Thresholds is a set of interactive dance installations in which the public generates complex visual and sound environments through full body motion. The movement of the public is captured through a video camera and analyzed in real time for the production of video, electroacoustics and three-dimensional image. Thresholds consists of 3 different installations that can be presented separately or combined in a variety of different ways. They are derived from the interactive dance performance morphogenesis, in which the dancer generates the environment with his movements. In the first one, called the dissolution of the multiple body, the live image and voice of the interactors is captured, analyzed and transformed in real time through the parameters of their own movement, thus becoming a complex visual and sound composition. Thresholds explores the nature of the interface. The body is a threshold of light and sound, a threshold of presence and excess, of dissolution and formation, also perhaps a threshold of representation. We no longer have the surface of the screen. The transparent screens and the oblique projections distort the perspective. The total screen fails, and the line between spectator and performer has dissolved in different ways. This paradoxical or apparent disembodiment of the interface, the threshold of light, is actually producing an embodiment of space and a redefining embodiment altogether. The spatialized sound merges with the holographic-like appearance of the image, projected onto several layers of 4 to 12 transparent screens. The visual trail is related to the sound trail in different ways. The environment is thus like a projection of the body, a liquid space of the body, a presence that exceeds the body itself, as a multidimensional sedimentation, a multiple body in constant formation and dissolution. On every occasion, the installation has a different variation of the setup, adapting to different sizes and spaces, as well as variations of the composition. This, added to the unpredictable aspects of the interactive generative composition and the many levels of contingency involved, makes every different setup entirely unique. The variations in the composition programming that are introduced on each occasion have to do with the interaction design and the visual and sound composition. Different movement parameters are used in different ways, thus proposing different interplays between the users and between these and the environment. The installation could thus be seen as an instrument that can be played in different ways. A complex hyper-instrument, or body, a meta-body, the core of which might be in the software, in the more subtle levels of technology, but which extends to the hardware, the space, and the interactors themselves. The core of the instrument is composed of 3 net-connected computers that analyze the image of the interactors in order to extract the movement parameters, process the image, and process and spatialize the sound in 4 independent channels. The voice of the interactors is captured through a wireless microphone and processed. The granulation and delay and sampling of the voice generates an ever-changing sound trail, a fragmented chorus of dissolving voices that are sometimes recognizable and sometimes not. This threshold of concreteness is the territory explored in the installation. The public is interactor and performer, but also the raw material of the image and the sound he transforms. There are different levels of interactivity. The system also analyzes 14 different parameters of the movement of the interactors. These are mapped in a variety of different ways to the parameters of the evolving visual and sound composition. The ever-changing forms of the video image produce an ever-changing abstract film. Every 5 seconds the computer registers an image. This means that in a normal exhibition venue, some 8,000 images are generated during a 10-hour session. The following images were produced between 11 and 12 in the morning on Monday 29th of November 2004 in the exhibition in Estampa in Madrid. They are in fact a record of the day's activity, but take on a life of their own, either as a film or separately, in the form of small digital prints. Some of them are shown on the internet, where the person who produced them could recognize them. Some, like these, are printed out and exhibited during the exhibition. In the future, different developments are contemplated, such as the telematic connection of several installations and the use of on-body sensors, biofeedback and tactile feedback devices.